Could the Boston Celtics be on the brink of a blockbuster trade that shakes up the roster just a year after their historic championship run? Rumors are swirling about a potential move that could see a key starter leave, making way for young talent and financial flexibility. As the team faces looming salary cap challenges, the question on every fan's mind is this the bold move that GM Brad Stevens needs to secure the future of the Tatum and Brown era? Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button to stay in the loop with all things Celtics. The latest buzz around the Boston Celtics has been hard to ignore, especially with the whispers of a potential trade involving the talented Derrick White. Colin Keane of the Sporting News has stirred the waters, suggesting that the Golden State Warriors could be a landing spot for White in exchange for a package that includes Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Podziemski, and Kevin Looney. Now, as a diehard Celtics fan, I can't help but feel torn about this proposal. On one hand, this trade would provide significant financial relief for Boston as they gear up to navigate salary cap constraints next summer. With the contracts of stars like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown looming large, maintaining flexibility is crucial. Acquiring young talents like Kuminga and Podziemski, who are on favorable contracts, could be a smart move for sustaining success during this critical era for our franchise. But let's not kid ourselves. Losing Derrick White, a two-time all-defensive team member, would undoubtedly hurt our chances this season. He's been a key player, contributing significantly on both ends of the floor. Now, when we talk about Kuminga, we see a 6'8" power forward who's averaging 15 points per game. That's promising, especially considering he's still just 22. However, we have to ask ourselves, would he be able to step into White's shoes immediately? The Celtics would likely take a step back defensively, which is concerning. But as Keane points out, the team would still remain in the hunt for another title, which is what we all want. And then there's Podziemski, who, while showing flashes of potential, hasn't quite met expectations this season. His shooting numbers leave something to be desired, and it raises the question, can we afford to gamble on potential when we're aiming for championship contention? This is a win-now league. And while both Kuminga and Podziemski are young and have room to grow, the immediate impact is what we need to consider carefully. I can't help but feel a mix of excitement and anxiety over this potential move. Could it be a smart long-term strategy? Absolutely. But does it risk our chances of repeating as champions this year? I'm honestly divided on this one. The emotional roller coaster of being a Celtics fan means that every decision feels monumental, especially when you're coming off a historic 18th championship win. So, what do you think? Is this trade a step in the right direction or a risky move that could jeopardize our current success? I really want to hear your thoughts on this. Share your opinions and frustrations in the comments below. Your insights are vital, and together, we can dissect the implications of this trade proposal. The Boston Celtics are coming off a tough loss to the Memphis Grizzlies, and fans are buzzing with thoughts about their recent game against Marcus Smart. You know, it's not every day you see a former player take the court against his old team, and Jaylen Brown had some heartfelt reactions to the whole situation. After the game, he expressed, "It's strange, but it was great." Marcus's family at this point. That really hits home, doesn't it? There's something bittersweet about seeing a fan favorite like Smart in a different jersey. He spent 9 years in Boston, becoming a beloved figure for his grit and defensive prowess. Remember, he was named to 3 all-defensive teams and clinched the Defensive Player of the Year award just last season. His contributions to this team were immense, and seeing him embrace Brown after the game was a reminder of the bonds formed on and off the court. Now, let's talk about the game itself. The Celtics struggled, losing their 5th game of the season, and it just feels like a missed opportunity, especially against a former teammate. Smart had some poignant words before the game, reflecting on watching Boston win the championship last season. He told Brown, "Go win now. You've come this far, you need to finish this time." That's the kind of encouragement that any player would cherish. but it also underscores the challenge of continuing a legacy without someone who was so integral to it. Smart's return to TD Garden was met with a warm reception from the fans, and it's a testament to the impact he made in Boston. But here's where it gets interesting. With every move made, every trade executed, we have to ask ourselves, are we better off? Does moving on from Smart pave the way for future success? Or are we losing a piece of our identity? You believe this was the best decision? I'm honestly torn on it. On one hand, it's clear the front office is looking to build a championship-caliber team around Jason Tatum and Brown. Their potential is undeniable, and they have the talent to lead us deep into the playoffs. But on the other hand, Smart brought a heart and tenacity that's hard to replace. His defensive skills and leadership were crucial in our pursuit of that championship last year. As we watch this season unfold, we need to keep an eye on how these changes affect the team chemistry. The Celtics have high expectations, and with the upcoming game against the Detroit Pistons, it's crucial for them to bounce back. How do they shake off the loss and channel that energy into a more positive outcome? It's going to be key for them to find that balance and regain their footing in the Eastern Conference. I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on the Celtics' recent moves? Do you think trading Smart was the right call? Or are you feeling the loss of his presence on the court? It's a conversation worth having, and I want to know where you stand on it. So, let's keep this discussion going in the comments below. Share your expectations and frustrations about the team's direction this season. Your voice matters, and I'm eager to hear what you all think about the current state of the Celtics. Before you go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates on the Boston Celtics. And make sure to activate that notification bell so you won't miss out on any breaking news or game analyses. We're in this together, and I can't wait to keep sharing our passion for this team with all of you.